Today, I'm here with Doug. He's actually our artist from Celtic Hammer Club. He came out to the shop because we are designing brand new Zoomorphic kilt pins. And I figured while we're sitting here designing stuff, we're gonna let the cameras roll and kind of record the process and just see what goes into making this stuff and why we're doing things. So Zoomorphic items, Zoomorphic designs go back to like the 2nd century. Like it goes back to Rome, it's all over Europe. It's in Ireland, it's in Germany, it's in Scotland, it's in Scandinavia, Viking countries. So it's a very popular style of knotwork, and it's been around for a very long time, very long history of it.
Yeah, when we talk about zoomorphic, what we mean is an animal or creature that is interlocking, intertwining in what would typically be called like Celtic knotwork. It's not necessarily specifically Celtic, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but just give, a picture in your head, it's an animal in a very stylistic form where it's like interlocking, there's patterns to it, while also being a creature of some type. So what I do or try to do with my designs is not necessarily just copy and paste, recreate exactly what was being done in the past, but to add my own artistic flair to it. Like for example, the Fenrir, which I'm sure we're gonna talk about in a minute, giving it a more angry looking face, which, they wouldn't have done maybe in the Middle Ages, but it's something that we're adding to make it a cool new thing while still drawing, inspiration from the traditional stuff.
Yeah, like the Book of Kells is one really easy example. This dates to about 800. This has some zoomorphic figures and human zoomorphic figures in here as well. Some of these animals are straight animal with like knotwork in the body of the animal. You can tell exactly what it is, similar to like your rabbit design here. And then other ones are just the head of an animal with a little bit of a knotwork for the body. So even in the style, in zoomorphic style, there's kind of different ways to angle things. Speaking of that, here's some of the pieces that we had done together. So we have, your Fenrir in buckle form, in skiandu form, in kilt pin form. We did some Celtic warriors, which is a little closer inspired. I wanted to get something a little bit more in the vein of Book of Kells. There's a lot of call from our customers, from the audience, for zoomorphic type designs. So based on that, I took a poll and said, okay, everybody, tell us what animals you want to do for zoomorphic designs. What would you love to see as a kilt pin? And I left it kind of open-ended so anybody could vote on any single thing. And I was overwhelmed by the response. I think we had like 60 or 70, different things to vote on by the end of it. Everything from Nessie to, fairies to, all these different things. Bigfoot, yeah, Sasquatch. But there was some very clear winners. So we want to partner with you to design several of the ones that we're going to be coming out with kind of as a zoomorphic collection. So tell me about your Fenrir design, how that came about and kind of blew up to be your signature piece, really.
Sure. So like you were saying,
product placement mug.
As you were saying, there's a spectrum of how much artistic liberty these artists would take with the animals. So you can tell it's like a bird or a dragon or a creature, but it's not realistic looking at all. It's like they've definitely played with it to make it twist and bend all around. So it's a bird, it's a whatever, but it's
a bird, it's a plane, it's Fenrir.
Yeah. So tying it into like what I do again with Fenrir, it's a wolf's head that then the body just kind of devolves into a knotwork motif. Part of the object or part of the idea behind all this work is to take something that's stationary, a drawing or a piece, and make it dynamic, give it some kind of like action. So like specifically with the Fenrir, its nose is pointing down, it's a still image, but you get that sense of movement and action, which in part is, the length of the snout contributes to that, taking that artistic liberty to exaggerate it. Similar to what, these monks would be doing in the Book of Kells. It's not like, they're not trying to recreate a realistic like bird or whatever. They're making it an artistic rendition of it. And that's, also what I try to do in my own way.
Yeah. In this collection, I think I want to kind of go with that. I think those things that we're thinking of now, I want to keep those in the back of our mind as we go into designing these, where like the rabbit here is a rabbit with knotwork inside the body, hands up, rampant rabbit. I don't want to do physical body parts. Maybe maybe like wings since we're doing a dragon or something like that, but I don't want to go into the paws and the tail and all the rest of it. I think that becomes more, putting ourselves into a box where we have to do a specific thing, and if it doesn't work for a kilt pin, then we're kind of tying our hands behind our back.
Yeah, and you could go that way, but I think, again, part of what makes this design popular is that the majority of it is just knotwork that just works and it looks cool. Yeah. Right, if I had to account for 4 legs, 4 paws, a tail, now you're changing it, entirely.
Yeah. All right, so let's start off with you want to start with the dragon?
Okay, yeah.
I think 1 wing, we don't need 2, we don't need claws. I think it does need a wing to be a dragon.
Yeah, I would agree. If you want to try and make it look a little dragony, like a tail, give it like a little spike.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, it's cool.
I agree. Nice. Done. Billions sold.
The boar being, a burly type of creature. We're going for big, thick neck, shoulder representation.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think we got it.
Yeah.
I love that hook detail. I think that's different.
Yeah. You've got the details, but it all fits together like one solid piece. It's not like you're slapping together random elements that then don't work together.
Yeah, I agree.
Awesome. I'm just thinking bear, like sharper edges and points, are consistent with its claws and teeth and everything.
Yeah.
Bear with me. Oh, bear with me.
Oh. Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I agree. I can see bear on his hind legs. Ah! Yeah. Like, growl at you in the woods or whatever bears do. Roar.
Something that I do sometimes, I'll use like multiple hash marks. In a way, it can almost make it look like it's some sort of organic material.
Okay. Yeah. Damn.
Sweet.
That is pretty badass.
I'm liking the pattern in general.
Yeah.
The wings incorporated, but it just fits all together. It looks like it belongs together. I like it.
Yeah.
It's got just a good shape.
Yeah. Part of art is knowing when to stop.
Yeah, I dig it.
This has to be a manly, angry unicorn.
Okay. Because that was going to be another question. Are we going like more whimsical or no? We want to keep...
No, I think we keep the face essentially as it is.
Right.
What if we did that and a little bit of a barb on the bottom? Mm-hmm. Like that. Sort of like a hoof arcing down, like it's pushing forward. It gives it a bit of motion.
Yeah.
Let's do this as an element, as a nod to Book of Kells. Here's a couple horses. See how they have these 3 dots?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kind of like polka dotty thing, like triptych polka dots. Horn. I don't want it to get too long from an aspect of, being brittle.
What about adding some hair for like the mane? It would add a layer of support potentially.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't...
It's the manliest unicorn I think I've ever seen. I want to make it different than Fenrir.
Right.
We can make it a slightly shorter snout with snarling. Yeah, I'm liking his chin more and more, the cutout kind of thing for the chin.
Yeah. Just add a little detail.
Yep. Yeah, it needs something. Yes. Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Collection done. I want these each to have their own flavor and style,
Yeah.
but still
Be
feel like
consistent.
a collection. Yeah. So I wanted to thank my friend Doug from Celtic Camera Club. One of the things I like working with Doug for this kind of stuff is he and I have a very similar eye for these kind of things. He can do them. I just have an eye for it. So it's fun to work directly with you and tweak the things as it's going. It feels like it's saving a lot of time of back, forth, back,
Oh,
forth, back.
totally. Being able to just collaborate live like saves a ton of time as opposed to just emails or phone calls or texts. It's also not easy to necessarily put this into words. You know, it's easier to physically show me what you mean versus talking about it or trying to type it out or whatever.
Yeah. Now, I hope the rest of your clients aren't like me and aren't this involved in the process.
Me too.
But I appreciate you letting me kind of, go into it with you. And again, I think we came up with some pretty freaking cool designs.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm very happy with how these came out.
Me too.
So if you guys are looking for a spectacular Nordic Celtic artist, go check out my buddy Doug over at CelticCameraClub.com. And if you're looking for some badass zoomorphic kilt pins and stuff like that, go check out these designs over on our website at USAKilts.com. So hopefully I'm not too intrusive into your process.
No, all good.
The
Sorry.
you heard it here first.